Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today I'm reviewing Quantum Leap, episode 13. It's entitled Family Style, coming to you from NBC, streaming on Peacock. So, what did I think about it, and should you be watching? Before we get into the review, get down there, hit the like on this video. This week, Ben is a chef, or in particular, he's the daughter of a chef, works in a family Indian restaurant, South Asian Indian in particular. And he's the daughter of the oldest daughter of a woman who's lost her husband a year ago, and the business is sort of falling apart. And it's kind of up to him, as always, it's up to Ben to prevent a pretty, tragic occurrence to happen, which in this case was a fire that sort of set in motion the kind of, dissolution of the family. And so Ben actually is uniquely, qualified or experienced what have you, to kind of take on this challenge for a couple reasons. One, apparently Ben's a big old foodie. So he's kind of in hog heaven, if you will, learning how to cook Indian food, which, good on him, right? But also because he is in this body, in this leap, the daughter of an immigrant. And he also, in his own life, was the son of an immigrant. So a lot of the things that, he is experiencing talking with, his leap body's mother, are things that he sort of knows about. Like, he can sort of understand this woman and what she's going through, and her, her struggles, and especially to communicate with her younger daughter, who really wants to kind of revolutionize. She wants to be, first of all, be a good chef, a big chef, but also to revolutionize the way the family restaurant, makes food, to make them more authentic and not so Americanized. And it causes, as it will, much friction, because the idea of following your dreams, and as the woman says, is just a kind of American fantasy, if you will. So Ben has to sort of navigate that and to try to keep everything together. And he's thinking he's got to prevent a fire from happening, and he does, but only in the sense that the fire, it represents a catastrophe that kind of breaks the family up. And so, Ben, again, he's so good at this. He's such a great leaper that he's able to not just he navigates the problem pragmatically, yes, but also trying to, draw out why the mother is so, harried or whatever, why she's so unbending, and to try to get her to see her the younger sister's perspective, and also to not try to be Superwoman and take everything on, and to not push family away, which ultimately that is really kind of what this is about, to not push family away, but instead to lean on them, and to not let pride get in the way of asking for help, or opening your heart and your mind to, like, your family members, in particular the younger sister. And so Ben, he does a lot of things. He tries to get an investor, and also, of course, they're dealing with, which in a way, I guess they had to have a villain for this episode. I didn't think the villain was very good, only because, like, who cared? I didn't care. Like, I guess my main thing is that, yeah, there's a shady landlord with an enforcer that puts a gun in people's face because they owe a ton of money for rent. I get that. I get it. I just don't feel like I cared that was the problem. I cared more about the interpersonal drama between the family members. And so while I was watching this, I found myself drawn way more to, the conflict between the sisters and the mother, and the conflict between the mother and the aunts and cousins and everything like that. And to trying to see them all sort of coming around to the, being, I guess, better people, having better relationship. Very beautifully done. Also, I can't deny. Like, there are certain parts of that really kind of got me choked up, kind of got me emotional, just because I'm a sucker for family reconciliation and everything like that. So it was very easy for me to just get invested in that whole story. And in particular, the part where Ben sits down and talks to the mother, at the very end when everything's all resolved and everything's all good, and you know, she's like, we can handle this. You don't have to, put your all into the restaurant anymore. And she's like, well, what do you guys are on your own. What am I here for? And I love that, Ben was just like, we always need you and everything like that. It made sense to me. It was very nice, very well acted. I really enjoyed that scene. We also have kind of as a B story, Ian learning that he is the leaper from the future who sort of sets this whole plan in motion that Ben is on. And they're really distraught about, doing something like that because in their mind, they are basically putting the project at risk. And that leads Magic to send them off, for a personal day to kind of get their head together, which leads them to semi-stalking, but not really an ex-girlfriend, and trying to come to terms with their feelings about it. And I really like this part because Ian has sort of been just the tech person, and their background hasn't been explored much. Like even Jen's background has been more looked into, and we're sort of seeing in the last couple episodes that Ian is coming more to the forefront, and their background and their thoughts and all that stuff. They're becoming an important character within the story. So I did enjoy seeing like a little more under the hood, if you will, emotionally and within their minds what Ian is going through, and that there is a connection outside of the Quantum Leap building, and hopefully, potentially, we'll see that Rachel again, because I think that relationship actually has even brought Ian into a sharper focus as a person, as a character within this story. And I really really enjoyed every moment that they shared the screen. So overall, had a great time with this episode. I think it's really one of the stronger ones of the season, and I look forward to kind of what the revelations on this episode mean going forward in the future, and especially what Ben learned from this, the closure he got from this, how this is going to help him in the future, and what they are, they were able to come to terms with, how that helps them make the Quantum Leap project successful and to help get Ben back. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think about it? What did you think about it? What I had to say, get down to the comment section, leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And while you're down there, hit the like button on this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff helps more people to see this channel and these videos. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We got a new episode of Quantum Leap. Till then, I've been Mo De Pape, resident fabricant and commentator extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.